So today I'm going to start video 1 of what I'm going to call the Triple B series. What does Triple B stand for? Well, it's going to be basic, beginner, bullshit. So I'm going to go over just basic beginner bullshit that hopefully will help you guys out even if you may be advanced, whatever. So we're going to start with this deck of playing cards. The first thing you're going to need to be able to do before you even start learning any tricks is how to properly hold a deck of cards without seeming retarded. So first things first, this is called the mechanics grip. This is the basic way to hold cards. Notice the finger placement on all sides. Sometimes the pinky could go underneath. The thumb is resting on the left side or on top of the deck. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The one common mistake I see everyone do is holding the deck too tightly, like they're holding a dick. You want to avoid this. You just want to hold the deck as loosely as possible without looking like you are all over the fucking deck. So that is the first and most important thing. The next important task here is how to spread the cards without seeming like you have aids in the hand or in the elbow of some sorts. Too many times I see people spreading the deck tightly, and honestly it makes them seem a little bit mentally challenged. So you want to avoid these things as much as possible. Hopefully with this video you can end the autism. So first thing, you're going to hold the cards in mechanics grip. Now with your left thumb, you're going to start spreading the cards by pushing off a little group into your right hand. Your left thumb continues to push cards into the right hand and the fingers underneath. Ensure that they don't fall on the ground and make you look like you miss your father. You can also use the ring finger of the right hand to hold the cards and keep the spread as wide as possible. Another technique is to insert the cards in the of your right hand and slowly spreading them over using the thumb to ensure a wide spread. Remember, this isn't prom. Everything doesn't have to be tight. You want to be as loose as possible. If you're tight, it's going to make it seem like you are autistic, and you want to avoid that. So you want to have the spectator have a nice wide spread to pick any card they want. So far, you've learned how to hold the deck correctly with your left hand and how to spread the cards without getting an STD. So the next technique is how to hold the cards in your right hand. So this is known as the biddle grip. I'll show you guys a move that requires this later, but fuck that for now. For now, you're holding the cards with your fingers on the outside right edge, your forefinger in the middle, and your thumb in the back. And that is it. So pretty much how you get into this, you just pick up the cards with your right hand. That is the biddle grip. Don't say that I never taught you guys the advanced shit. So the next technique, there's actually two of. The first one is going to be the pinky break. This is just a way of marking cards so you know their location. This is done after having the spectator select a card. They replace this card back. Your pinky is pressed against the lower right corner, and I want you guys to notice that my whole pinky isn't going in there. I see this way too many times, and it looks like when your finger broke through the toilet paper and you liked it a little bit. So this is what you want to avoid. For a pinky break, you're just using the minute flesh of the pinky, that little fatty portion. I don't know if you guys can see that with the focus on this bullshit camera, but that little fatty portion that no matter how many times you try to throw up, you can't get rid of, that is what you are trying to use when you put your pinky in there. So after you have the card spread, your finger is there on the lower right corner, and only the fleshy part is maintaining the break. Your thumb of your left hand is maintaining pressure as to avoid showing the break all around and prevent a spectator from seeing it. So again, just using that fleshy portion of your pinky. Please take the time to learn this correctly so you don't ruin it for the rest of us when we are performing and the spectator knows what a pinky break is. So one more time, they select a card, you put your pinky in the lower right corner. This hopefully traps a little bit of flesh from the pinky and keeps a break above the card that they have selected. Now, this isn't the only type of pinky break you will have to do. Sometimes you might just need it on, for example, the bottom card. You might just need to have a pinky break there. You might just need to have a pinky break on the top card. But it's important that you still maintain pressure with the thumb as to hide it from all angles. Sometimes you need to transfer this pinky break to your right hand. So we do that by just picking up the deck with the right hand, and that automatically should transfer the break to the right thumb. So one more time for the Europeans, you bring your right hand over, and that actually automatically transfers the pinky break to a right hand thumb break. Now, of course, you don't want a break so big that you can fuck it, so you press your finger down onto the deck and maintain pressure, and it helps to have the thumb in the lower right corner as to prevent that from showing on other sides. By combining all these techniques, you have your very first control. So you have a pinky break over a card, let's say it's a 9 of spades, you transfer that to your thumb, and then you do a move known as the double undercut to bring that card to the top. It's an easy control, but for the South Americans, we'll go over it. You have a card selected, you have a pinky break above that card, and then you can spread and say, oh, you could have picked any one of these, of course maintaining the break. Transfer that over to your left hand, and what you're going to do is you're going to grab half of the cards below the break and put them on top, and then grab all the cards and put them right on top as well. So with the card face up, it should look just like this. You spread to the cards and say, hey, you could have picked any one of these. Transfer the pinky break to a thumb break, grab half the cards below the break and put them on top of the deck. Then you grab all the cards that are under the break and bring them on top, and you have controlled the card without them knowing. Crazy transition! So in this video, you have hopefully learned how to have a deck, spread it correctly, how to establish a pinky break after the spread, how to transfer that pinky break onto a thumb break, and how to use that thumb break to use a double undercut to control the card that they picked right to the top of the deck. Make sure to practice these techniques well. I know they're the basic stuff, but if you don't get the basics down, then you are pretty much spreading cancer all over the Magic community and being autistic. You want to avoid being autistic as much as possible. So there you go. I'm going to go and practice my Kegels.
You again, when I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again. When I see you again, 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 when I see you again.